We're doing the hardest Zelda challenge. I like to call it the 100% 100%. I'm playing through every mainline Zelda game and beating it to completion. Today we're doing The Legend of Zelda 2. Let's go. We're going with the standard Legend of Zelda plot. Princess is in danger, so we need to rescue her or something. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. We'll start the game by dodging the amorphous blobs that vaguely suggest enemies and going into this random cave.
Welcome to Random Cave.
While we're in here, we'll go ahead and grab some weird juice that we found. It's probably fine, and not drugs. Next, we're going to this nice little town to get a magic spell that allows me to take half damage from enemies, and oh boy will I need it. After that, we'll go ahead and get a trophy from this cave up here so that I can go and get jump magic. That's why they've been fetched. Like I said, I'm going to go to this cave in the northeast that will take us to the next area. Over there we can completely ignore the dungeon and make a beeline for the heart container on the other side of these evil bubble bridges. No, not that kind of bubble. These are actual bubbles. Once we have an extended life bar, we can indulge in one of the most beloved tropes in the Legend of Zelda series, and grind for levels. Look, it might not be very glamorous, but this game is a poorly designed RPG whether we like it or not. Grinding now is going to be a lot faster than grinding later. Alright, now that I'm at a somewhat reasonable level and don't want to grind level 1 slimes anymore, it's time to go into the first dungeon. The first thing on my agenda is to find the candle so I can progress through the caves to higher leveled enemies, but instead I'll just get mugged. That's alright though, I'm still focused, the plan is still the same. I'm just going to get mugged again. You know, looking back on my life, I feel like this is where my irrational fear of fursuits started. Okay, we finally made it all the way to the right. I'm pretty sure the candle is back to the left, but I need to heal first and... Ooh! I think this bubble gives a lot of points when I beat it. Oh, heck yeah! Okay, new plan. I'm just going to over-level thanks to my new friend here. Now this is what I call high-level gameplay. Now that I've become powerful enough to rival Kirito's plot armor, it's about time that I go get that candle. Nice! Now I can finally stop finding my way using echolocation. I'll be honest, I can't really think of a funny way to end this dungeon, so I'll just let the devs do it for me and fight a horse. With that out of the way, Squidward's house will now bestow upon me unlimited levels for completing this very difficult challenge. Up next, let's try and find that jump magic. This lady would like me to retrieve her trophy from a random cave. I mean, that's not too bad, as long as it isn't a reoccurring theme throughout the game.
Alright, just gotta get this trophy.
Alright, I'll just give this trophy to the lady, and now I can jump really high. I said I can jump really high. Well, frick, I've had it for like 3 minutes and I already broke the magic. So after jumping around like an idiot for minutes on end, I found out that I was literally just pressing the wrong button. And now I can jump really high. Now, safely on the other side of the cave, I can finally get magic to heal myself. Never mind, I need a mirror. That's okay, I'll just check under this table. Wait, did Link just talk? Well, after discovering that my life is a lie, I was told to go into the woods and find some guy named Bagu.
I am Bagu.
And now that that's done, I can finally cross the bridge and access the most aggressive skill check in video game history. Luckily, I sold my soul as a child and am now capable of beating Death Mountain with too much difficulty.
Just ignore the fact that I'm 9 levels higher than expected right now and used liberal amounts of save states.
Eventually, I was able to make it to the other side of Death Mountain and get the hammer. I also found some more of that juice and downed it immediately. The obvious next step is to harvest human organs and learn how to do this with my sword. Might as well get some gloves to look a little more flashy in the process, and what better way to follow that up than by fighting Voldemort? You know, just your average day. Next, we need some more magic, but first, we need to help this lady get her medicine, which is very kind, very nice thing. You left it where? I really didn't think I would have to look for so much stuff in caves.
Honestly, I'm just confused on how she got in here. That's not medicine.
Well, at least now we can give this lady her medicine and get this magic power that allows me to... Oh, so it was definitely drugs. Well, since I'm on this island now, I might as well do something productive. So I'll just grab this raft over here, break some blocks using the power of warm hands, and eventually fight a Dark Knight whose AI was stolen from the year 2065. How do you know where I'm going to swing? Well, I've finally beat this savage of an enemy, which means it's time to move on to the next area. It's pretty strange that Link can definitely not swim in this game under any circumstances. Why they could fetch, but still feels comfortable crossing the entire ocean on a raft. I guess he could just turn into a fairy and fly away, so it's not a huge deal. Speaking of things that aren't a huge deal, I can shoot fire from my sword now. You'd think that it would be super overpowered, but no. Like, half the enemies are immune to it, all except Mr. Badger. I think that's what that is. I figure it's a good idea to check this village over here before going to the next palace. Who knows? I might find something useful. Turns out, I was right. I was totally able to find this soldier after breaking and entering, and they taught me how to raise my sword above my head. Wow, such a useful skill. In addition to finding random sword masters, I stumbled upon a missing persons case. It looks like a child may have been abducted by lizard people. Fear not, I can go get them. Where are they?
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. So I found him.
Well, with that out of the way, I finally have the very useful magic power of reflecting sound. At least, I think that's what's going on. On top of that, I'm going to get some fancy new boots. Now I can walk on water, apparently. I'm not entirely sure Nintendo understands how shoes work. Maybe it was just a translation error with the Bible. Next, I'll fight a demon by crouching in a corner and cowering in fear.
Oh, cool. It's just like real life.
After leveling up again, it's time to cross another ocean. But the raft was kinda scary, so I'll just walk. This dungeon has some of the best puzzles any Zelda game has ever come up with. Like, walking through solid walls with no indication that you're supposed to. Playing the flute, and my personal favorite, troll. With that out of the way, it's time to go to the next area. Oh look, it's the best Zelda enemy. Next we'll go out of our way to find a ghost town, which tells us to go to the east, so we go to the east and find out for the first time that we can use our hammer to cut down trees, then we'll shimmy our way through a chimney and learn spell. Wow, Nintendo's creativity is just blowing my mind right now. Then we'll grab some more juice and go all the way back to the abandoned town just to learn the new spell Thunder, which is just great. Next, I'll just happen to stumble upon the last heart container, and then it's flute time, baby. Not a whole lot really happens in this dungeon, if I'm being honest. Just some more enemy fights, replaying old bosses, and Link's embrace of Christianity. Now we've finished everything else, there's only one thing left to do. Collect plushies!
I guess we could finish the game too. That would be good.
It's pretty easy. All you have to do is abuse enemy encounters and fight birds. And I fight birds all the time in real life.
Hey!
This dungeon has a habit of taking small enemies that you've fought before and making them just really big. The reason I know this is because I walked the wrong direction for an hour straight in this dungeon, which would be totally normal, totally fine, except for the fact that I was literally using a map. Eventually, I made it to the Thunderbird, where I proved how out of whack this game's combat is by only winning by jumping around and stabbing randomly. It's also possible that I'm just really bad at video games, but I refuse to accept that reality. And to finish things off, we'll fight Dark Link. Well, fighting might be a little bit of an overstatement. Then we'll just head back to the palace and wake up Zelda. This is a sweet moment where Link gets a little kiss from Zelda until you realize that it's a completely different Zelda from the first game. Link, you Hello there, hi. Thanks for watching the video. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to do. And gonna keep doing them. So if you're not already, consider subscribing so you don't miss ones in the future. That's pretty much it. Hope you have a nice day. Bye-bye.